Hello and welcome everyone to Prime Championship India powered by Vista. This is round of 64, best of three, and this is a caster Gig Hazard. With me today is co-caster Shinryu. So, guys, Shinryu, how do you feel about the cast? I think so. First for
I am
you,
not the
isn't
only
it?
one bound by these chains.
Yes, okay. It's nice to be back again to be casting, and yes, we are back with Prime Championship round 64, and it is day one. Today we have team both these amazing teams with us, and we are looking forward
Who
to
said
really
there
good
are no shortcuts in
games.
life? I literally
And I
invented
really
one.
feel like this is going to be a great match coming up. Looking at the bans already, we have the Phobius and the Chip being banned. What do you think about the meta shift that the new patch has already hit us with, Gig?
Yeah, it's still early for me to kind of like being a meta, a flow
Welcome
of
to my
heroes that
castle,
I've been picking.
my
I don't think so.
friend.
It has still settled yet after the patches, but I think so. The new hero is pretty good. The addition of the new
My
hero
mission
brings in a
is
new
to
element.
protect
Especially,
lives.
I am very impressed with the way the Moonton has created the hero of the spell usage. Like holding the spell and stuff like that. Pretty creative coming in from Moonton, I'd
Feed,
say.
destroy,
So yeah, I think so.
conquer.
All I can say is about the new hero mostly, not about the meta picks currently.
I see. I mean, the new hero really adds more to the draft and the band picks because this hero can be like it's still too early to know where this hero can be placed into this current meta. Considering like it can also be played in the jungle or in the EXP, like this really opens up a lot of possibilities for new strategies and new gameplay coming in. But
Yeah,
regardless, we can see the new heroes get picked right now. It's gonna be an
yeah.
exciting match.
Both teams
By the
very interesting, right? Team DS on the blue side and Tartarus Esports again. One of our let's say common more team that gets into the tournament a lot in our fusion prime tournaments. So I guess they are one of the more established teams from both of them. Team Tartarus on the red side. Any predictions coming in, Shinryu?
so far, looking at the draft, I feel like this new hero, the Shiryu, will go to the jungle position with the retribution spell on him, and it's going to be a Ling on the other side. With a Ling, it kind of opens up lot faster rotation on the map. Like a lot of pickups and a lot of split push, which kind of changes the pace of the game because sometimes the game is all about getting the objectives and getting the faster rotation on the map. While this Link can do that very swiftly, we don't know if the new hero is still capable of doing that as swiftly as Link can. But it
Yeah, I
also
think
comes down to
so.
the rest of the heroes.
Yeah, the new hero is
I
pretty
will choose
fast,
my
I'd
own
say.
path.
Plus,
Dead
I'd say
patient is a
does have the
good
durability
patient.
when it comes to the other assassins, relating to the other assassins, especially like Ling, has very
Mhm.
huge damage, but the sustainability is pretty low. Now with this hero, he does have those skills, especially. Also, the fighter role helping it out, right? To tank out some damage when in a time of crisis when trying to save its life. So I think so that helps it out. But I think so
I
there is
can
also a
cure
trade
the
off when it comes
pain.
to damage, as you
I
said earlier,
hunt.
with heroes against heroes like Ling Hayabusa. So it will be interesting to watch
Hope
Team
will
DS
find a
play
way,
this hero.
even when
They
others
have a Roger,
mourn.
so they could shift things still. Do you still think Roger is a good gold laner?
With the current patch coming in, like we do see some nerfs coming.
Light me up and watch
Your
the
team
world
is
burn!
banning.
True love is like
Your
blood.
team is banning.
the
Your
two
team is
greatest
picking.
inventions.
So, guys, we are back. We had a slight technical issue, but I, Gig Hazard, and my co-caster Shinryu is back to commentate as we are going back into the drafts as we see all the final bans coming from both the teams already. So, what do you think is currently happening with the bans and the picks?
Born by thy wish.
Your team is
Guided.
picking.
To be honest, like the draft is quite flexible for both these teams. We can see a lot of CC picks coming in from these teams, especially from the the Minotaur, adding a lot of sustainability and also a lot of damage. I mean, a lot of good CC to the team. And if this Mincitar gets picked, then that adds even more CC along with that Ruby pick. So Team Tartarus have a very, very high CC team, whereas Team DS, they are playing more on the damage side, I believe. That a lot of heroes they have picked are either like adjusted or kind of nerfed in the current patch. But regardless, they are still a strong pick, and the new hero is not apparently going into the jungle, it's going to the EXP lane, while this Roger will be in the jungle position. What do you think about Roger versus the Ling matchup, Gig?
Oh, it depends. I think so. It is mostly down to skills. I think so. Ling does have the upper hand, but when it comes to chasing, if Ling does miss out on his skills, Roger is for sure going to get some kills on that Ling. So I think so. It will be totally dependent. I'd say on the gold difference for both the teams when it comes to the dominance on each other for the jungle lanes. Yeah, and I think so. The new hero is going to go in the gold lane. I think the Arlot will stay in the EXP or something like that. I have no idea what is happening around in this map currently.
I think it's an Arlot room, to be honest, because there's a Moscow out there. So the Moscow might go to the gold lane, whereas the new hero will go to the EXP lane. It will be like a Moscow versus a Mincitar matchup, who are playing the gold lane, or a Ruby, perhaps.
Yeah.
You're not really sure.
5 seconds.
Yeah,
till
not
the
sure.
enemy
Both teams,
reaches the
the team's
battlefield.
still contemplating.
Smash
See,
them.
they still haven't bought a room as of yet. So yeah, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, with the picks coming in, the Shiryu is actually going to the roam position. That is quite interesting. Okay, we haven't seen this yet, but here is the first exclusive pick coming into this tournament, Shiryu with the roam position. And let's see how does this hero fare in this position as well. Whereas the other matchups are pretty decent with the Mincitar versus the Moskov and the Arlot versus the Ruby. Okay, you do know that the new current patch, the Arlot's mana has been removed. So what do you think? Does this really give Arlot a better edge in these team fights where he does not need to recall as often because of the mana issue?
Yeah, man, I think so. A lot of spamming going on. I think so. The Arlot is hugely buffed, especially with the mana remove is a huge relief for those Arlot players. Can stay in the lane better for longer. Look at that, already kind of dominating the lane also. I think so. Now, more than just staying in the lane, can rotate better. Helping team fights. The EXP laner does have that problem usually, but with the mana removed, I think the Arlot is going to be a force to be reckoned with throughout the map from the early game.
Certainly. Also with the with the new changes coming to the items, this will also open up a lot of new builds with the Thunderbelt being a bit slightly knocked, not too much onto it, but still kind of affects the gameplay in the long run because Ruby was really rocking that the Thunderbelt for quite a while. Whereas we can see on the top lane, Engage coming in, the Ruby being brought back to the team. were able to survive without using the flicker. So we can see the next turtle is on the map, and Rogers already have gotten it pretty low. A good zoning in coming in from the new hero, being unable to retreat, and the Roger is able to secure it. A minion fury coming in from the Minotaur, and the team fight continues. Where at the back and forth fight, we can see a good trade coming in from both the teams, but a triple kill may be a maniac for this Arlot, and that solidifies a solid goal lead for the team DS. What do you think about the team fight, Jake?
Yeah, you can see that mana removal coming into play. So much spamming of skills coming from Arlo, doing so much damage, sustaining. The level of skills and damage he usually could not do before. Now he can do it for longer. He's stronger, I'd say, especially with the spam skills. Makes him more elusive, and at the same time gives him a lot of crowd control as well, reducing the damage instantly that way in an indirect fashion. So yeah, I think so Arlot is going to be picked a lot in this tournament after this patch. The new hero doing pretty well for himself as well.
Yeah, I mean, with the new heroes skills, like it's kind of difficult for the other teams to like anticipate what kind of plays would he would he throw onto them, because they are also trying to figure the new hero out, and it's too early for people to know how to counter this hero completely. But I hope the other team does find a way to do that in order to win the game or win the match. But anyway, we can see a lot of movements happening on the bot lane, and the Roger almost getting fought off, but able to survive. And again, a stalemate on the map, but slightly aggressive gameplay coming in from the blue team, trying to utilize their early game goal lead and the early game damage. And another fight, the Minotaur being brought back, uses the minion fury, but unable to connect to anyone, and the Roger goes back, able to get a kill on the tank, but gets taken down in the process. The rest of the team did back off, but the Arlot being in the middle of 3 people should back out, and
yeah, I think so.
continues.
Good plays coming in from both the teams, but I think so the new tank, the new character is one with low sustenance. Look at that, needing to go back even while playing the room position is not a good look. Look at that, Arlo, so much damage coming in the turtle pit, but he does miss out, but might get a kill. Needs to be careful. The other team Turtle, look at that, might go down. Needs to be careful. Arlo very low link with that huge amount of burst damage, being able to help his team out. Still not out of danger, I'd say, Tartarus Sports. But that not getting space, I'd say, that mage to get the crowd control on any of the heroes. Needs to be careful. Very deep team DS. Look at that link, huge amount of damage. Kill secured by the Minotaur. I think so. This is another kill, and yeah, Zushin goes down as well. Moskov, meanwhile, getting a kill on the side, being a bit sneaky.
Certainly, that was a long team fight from both these teams, trying to find a trade after that turtle, but it kind of backfired, and they slightly lost the goal lead, a 500 goal lead for the red team. But right now we can see the blue buff being contested, and so Shuyu able to get the blue buff along with the kill. That was a very nice trade coming in from this team. Whereas we can see the Bison continues sending without a blue buff, quite low, being brought back, uses the Tempest of Blade, but cannot survive the damage coming in. Team DS with quite an aggressive play, and with that, the bot lane turret might fall, and the Mincetar able to bring the Moscow back, gets a kill on him, and is being chased by 2 people now. Might get brought back to the team, but will they have enough damage to take him down? I guess they do, with the Zushin able to take him down, and quite a back and forth game, don't you agree, Gabe? Both the teams able to, both the teams kind of pushing it, and giving us quite an entertaining match for the first game itself. I guess this game will only become more entertaining from here on out.
Yeah, but doing it very well, I'd say. The total still on the open end, I'd say. Look at the Minotaur. Might get his ultimate down as well. Not getting anyone, sadly, but the total secured by the Minotaur, surprisingly. Look at that damage coming in. Burst damage again from the Ling, doing so much damage on Team DS. Now on the back foot, you'd say. The running in is Roger getting down by the Ling, being taken down by the Ling. Ruby goes down. Instead, by the tank player, you could say. A lot of sustenance coming in from his part this time, at least. Look at that Arlott missing his ultimate. Sadly, Minotaur there to save his team. And that Valentina using the Arlott ultimate better than the original this time. Not a good look for that Arlott. Sadly, a bit of a display of dominance, you could say, coming in from Team Tartarus.
Certainly. Whereas, like, although that team fight was quite a long one, in the bot lane we did see the Minstar able to take down the Moscow. The gold lane being quite contested, but the Minstar having the edge on that gold lane might prove beneficial in the late game if the Moscow keeps getting taken down so often. It will be difficult for him to farm up and dish damage in the team fight. Another team fight taking place on the mid lane. The Arlott uses the final slash to bring the member back to his team, but the ult coming in from the Minstar able to bring him back, and Minion Fury, and the fight still continues. A good Tempest of Blade coming in from the Link, but unable to find anything, and the Moscow is back in the team fight. Both these teams should back off. The Lord is about to spawn in 30 seconds. This will open up the next objective on the map. And yes, with that you can see a 2.4k goal lead for the red team.
Yeah, a bit of a lead, you could say, but still level, I'd say, especially in the team fights, I don't see a huge difference when it comes to one team fighting it in a different style or anything. Both teams doing pretty well for themselves in each of the fights. No dominance, you could say. I'm especially surprised by the new hero's damage, while he was still playing the room. Wow, look at that pull and an ultimate as well, giving them no chance to escape. A double kill. And there was a bit of showboating coming in from the Minstar. I think so, an easy total, don't you think? Easy Lord, don't you think?
Certainly, that really boosts up the confidence for this Minstar, and the fight again continues. The Arlott going in between 5 people might get taken down. We can see he's still trying to survive, but unable to do so. The Roger being brought back by the I am offended and gets taken down with the Minion Fury being used. And this really opens up a push coming in for the red team, while the Lord is marching down the bot lane. Team DS really needs to play for the objectives right now. I feel like they're trying to pick a lot of fights, but it's not really going into their way. And with the Lord coming down from the bot lane, they first need to deal with that before they take another fight. We can see again the Shuyu going into the team fight, able to come out, but again goes back for some reason, but gets punished instead. That really coming in. Certainly, the damage from this Ling really scaling quite well, as you mentioned from the beginning, and the Roger gets pulled back, and when inside the Minstar ult gets taken down.
Yeah, now a dominating performance from Team Tartarus. Look at that Lord already in the inhibitor as well, and easy inhibitor turtle, I'd say. Look at that move from Ruby. The Arlott trying to do a lot, but not able to do that. Ling with the Tempest of Blade doing so much damage, getting his team helping out his team so much, getting that damage down. But this time Team DS do have comeback, I'd say, do have an answer to that push. That Moscow coming in clutch, bringing in a lot of damage this time for its team. The Zushin, especially this time, having the advantage in closed space, getting a lot of CC down. The Moscow with that splash damage as well, making sure his team survive this push and do not get wiped out of this match instantly. But I think so, a bit of carelessness coming from Team Tartarus. What do you think about that?
I feel like the Team Tartarus were really trying too hard to end the game right then and there, but they did not anticipate the damage coming in from this Moscow band. Rest is what you just said. They just got almost wiped out there. And to be honest, like, both these teams do have all the artilleries they need to dish out the damage, but it all comes down to the team fights and how they approach the team fights. Another fight might take place onto the bot lane. We can see the Link trying to zone out the members, but the Shuyu able to get back with that.
Nice sidestep, you know.
Yeah. And guys, let's not forget, we have an amazing giveaway for you guys ready. And all you guys need to do is just join the stream and, participate in this giveaway. We have a moving 5,000 diamonds for you guys, and we really eagerly wish you guys to, participate and get these for yourself. And also ask your friends to join as well. Another fight on the Lord pit. We can see the R-Lord being too aggressive gets punished. And the Roger trying to steal the Lord, able to do so. Oh my god, another good fight coming in. And we can see the Moscow trying to fight a kill using the Wind of Nature, but able to survive. Surprisingly, the Zushin trying to bring back Ruby. And with that, it was a good team fight, but the fight still continues. And we can see the members being too low. The damage coming in from the Moscow, able to peel down the members, and the Minotaur gets taken down. A double kill coming in for the Zushin, while the Lord is marching down in the bot lane. Kate, what do you think about the team fight? Does it that just took place?
Yeah, I think that the Michitar is dropping his ultimate a little fast. They are a bit desperate. A bit of a miscalculation as well on the retribution. I think that this is going to cost them a lot. The goal difference now pretty level. Also losing members while the Lord is up is a very dire situation. You need to be very careful, especially after the Lord is being taken. You either retreat or you get a team swipe, or it's end for you. Look at that. They are now suffering a lot. The Lord is pushing up, walking up the bottom lane. Look at the Moskov going unchecked. They need to be more careful of that Moskovites especially, and that Zushin. Someone needs to do something about that Moskov first and foremost before getting into a fight.
I believe the Link should do something about the Moskov, because he has the most, the agility and the most range out of all the members, while the rest of the members are good in team fights and, teasing the members, but the Link is able to dive onto the back lane and, get these people low and also take down. We can see the Moskov again doing a split push on the top lane, completely unchecked, while the rest of the members are slowly rotating back. To be honest, this game is so full of skirmishes and so full of fights that, it's really worth the money and worth the hype to keep us up the entire night with the other games that are coming in. We are having so much energy already in the first game itself. Wonder what will the other games, have kept for us, because this is just the beginning, just the first round and the first game, and this is the best of 3 series, to be honest.
Yeah,
what do you think?
From both teams very level, but I think so. Now in the late game with a Roger and a Moskov in their team, I think so. Team DS are set up for the win. The Wind of Nature helping out the Moskovites against the Link, against the Ruby, against almost everyone in the other team. Valentina with the magic damage, I think so, could get a kill, but I don't think so has enough burst damage, to bring a hero like Moskov down so fast.
Certainly. The Moskov is playing quite safe, and he's using his ultimate pretty well to come to the team fights while being able to split push at the same time. And we can see the Minotaur the Arlo gets taken down with the ultimate coming in from the Minstar. The Tempest of Blade being already used, the Roger being brought back to the team with the pull coming in from Minstar, and the Shuyu in midst of 5 people, and the Moskov trying to split push from the mid lane, but won't be able to do so. And the Lord will get completely taken by the red team. And Link trying to chase down the Shuyu might get a kill onto him. Pretty low, but does not have enough energy to chase him down.
Dash, saving that Shuyu this time, getting lucky, I'd say, with that dash availability. After that, Roger died, I think so. The only logical thing was to take the Lord. Moskov not contesting, knowing that he is key to defending this Lord push as well. I think that the Roger needs to be careful when it comes to the late game. Playing the jungle role is a bit risky, especially after 12 minutes. The enhanced slots are very difficult to contest, to defend with. So yeah, without a retribution, things are pretty dire for your team to contest the Lord. I think so. This could be GG's. What do you think?
I do think that Roger is not having a good time in this game with all the CC coming in and also the Mincetar trying to able to block his move with a good final slash coming in from the our Lord, Minion Fury as well. Mincetar able to brought back the Roger to his team. The our Lord being in the midst of 4 people gets taken down. The members are being pretty low. The Roger, the Moscow gets taken down. That is a GG, I suppose. Team Tartarus able to secure the first game in the best of 3 series. Okay, what do you think was the key to victory for this game?
I think so. Yeah, Team DS could have brought it back, but I think so. The overplay coming in, especially the beautiful use of skills coming in from the Mincetar and the Minotaur to wrap it up, was the game changer, especially. And the Moskov dying was, of course, GG's. Sad, no support for him. So, guys, we'll see you soon. This is a best of 3 as Team DS lose the first and Team Tartarus take the lead this time. We will be back soon in a short while. Do stay tuned.
Welcome back, guys. We are up with the second game for these 2 teams, Team Tartarus and Team DS, coming in from the first game itself. It was an amazing game. Jake, what do you think about the first game and now the second game?
Yeah, Team Tartarus did win that out. They do have the lead in this best of 3, getting the first point. Team DS did have a chance to make a comeback, but did get a bit careless in the late game. It was Team Tartarus who gave them that space, I'd say, in the first place, taking away the victory. But in the end, coming in clutch with that Minotaur ultimate and that Mincetar as well, doing a lot of damage. Sad for the Moscow on the other side, but I think so both teams pretty level when it comes to skill. So I think so this match as well will be contested very well.
May the blood of my enemies
Your
flow
team
from my
is
Certainly,
spear.
certainly. I feel like the first game, it was a bit lack of CC coming in from the team DS
Always
because
on the way.
they did have the
Your
R-Lord,
team
but that
is
was the only
banning.
like source of CC they had for the big team fights, But there was a Mensatar on the opponent's side to counter that R-Lord's like movement. And also the Roger was not really able to, do much in the team fights because of the hard CCs coming in. Do you think
Yeah.
like CC was really a big factor in the last game?
Yeah, I think so. Especially when it came to the initiation, win or lose, it was mostly Team Tartars doing the initiation. Having initiations on your own terms does help your team out. You can plan stuff out before you do. Your team is in a better position. Your team can respond better, even if the other team does have that higher damage. If there is no, if you're already dead before you can respond, you can
Your
deal damage.
team is picking.
Of course you're gonna lose the team fight. So yeah, that is how I think so. Team Tartarus played it out very very well against Team DS. That Roger not being able to wrap
My
around,
kiss
do a
grants
lot
you
of damage.
immortality
That did
or
cost them,
death.
especially dying in that late mid game. Did
Sad
give
rises
Team
when I give
Tartarus
the word.
the Lord. So which cost them the game, I'd say.
Yeah, I
Still
mean,
waters run
with
deep.
all
Your
the
team is
the
picking.
catches from the Minnesota able to pick two or one member every time he was in the team fights was really something that
Welcome
gave
to my castle,
the confidence to
my
the team to
friend.
put those plays into more actions and
I can
continue
feel the
their
pain.
dominance in the game.
I
Your
harness.
team
Whereas
is
the
picking.
drafts are almost getting locked in. The first three picks coming in from Team Tartarus and the first two picks from Team DS. What do you think about the Alice pick in this current meta? Like currently, the Alice is being used in the golden quite often and is quite strong. Do you think that will be a
Yeah,
factor in this game?
yeah. I still don't know how good Alice is in this matter. I think so. Alice is going to get a revamp. We did have a survey recently. I don't know if you filled it out or not, but I think so. They do want to revamp this Moonton. So I think so. They are trying their level best
I am
to
not
help
the
this
only one bound
Your
by
character
team
these
get
is banning.
chains.
that play that amount of picks to get it high up. I think so. Moonton is trying it the best, but I still think Alice lacks a lot when it comes to damage. So that is the main issue. You can have a lot of CC, you can have a lot of dash kills, teleportation specifically when it comes to Alice, but there is not a lot of damage. The sustainability is good
I see lots
if you have a
of
lot of
prey.
creeps around,
Your
if you have a lot of
team is
characters
banning.
around her, but I don't think so the damage is enough for me to think Alice is a deciding
The
factor
hunt
in a game.
begins.
Your team is banning.
I mean, like the
I will
main
protect you.
Your
point of
team
having
is
an Alice
banning.
team fight is like to have the
Hope
sustain,
will
to
find a
like
way.
Your
to
team
Even
is
when
have
it
the
banning.
is
backline,
forlorn.
have the threat of the Alice coming in and kind of like disrupting the backline pretty much. But this time around, let's see how does this Alice gets played into this draft. While we see this time, Team DS able to secure a link for themselves, stealing it away from Team Tartarus. Do you think a link steal was something Team Tartarus can counter in this game?
Yeah, I think so. They gave it away. Having the first pick, still choosing that Alice seems there seems to be an air of confidence coming from Team Tartarus, letting that Ling go to the other side. I think so. Team DS did want that Ling, not taking that third pen. I think so. That was in their plan to get at least one of those
Play
one
together.
meta hero
Your
picks. A
team is
good
picking.
thought process. You could say a unique way of tackling the first pick issue coming in when you are second to pick. So yeah, that could be one factor that did help them out with that. But I think so. Team Tartarus are pretty confident on that. We will see if that link can be as influential as it was on the side of Team Tartarus. What do you think about the picks coming in? What hyper do you think will work on the side of Team Tartarus?
With this panic coming in, it's gonna be a battle of this, the fast and the high mechanic heroes and pretty fast rotation coming in from both these teams. And I feel like Team DS, we don't really have a very burst type of damage to take that Alice down, or even the this picks coming in, the tanky picks coming in from the Tartarus. with this Changi being in the meat position, if I don't know if it's going to be like attack speed Changi or a normal damage Changi, but let's see what will the last pick be for Team TS. What roamer do you think would they pick, or is it going to be a goal leader?
Yeah, I think so. It is going to be a goal winner. I think so. The Khalid is going to go in the room position, or it could be the Fovius as well. But I think so. Goal winner is something they lack. They need the AD carry.
Sniper ready.
And Ling is
Give me
not
a
enough. Does
target.
have the burst damage, but no sustained damage. So they do need that AD carry. They do go for the Leslie, which is pretty interesting. I'd say they could have gone for something like a Moskov, but they do go for that Leslie. I think so. It does help their team composition out. They do have a pretty squishy team, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't see much CC coming in from Team DS once again. Like just in the first game, we talked about the lack of CC from Team DS. It's the same for this team as well. Whereas the other team, they really do have a lot of front to back opposition. Like all the heroes able to dive in and get in, and also like out pretty well. Whereas Team DS, if they want to take a fight, they have to commit everything that they have. Not really too many skills to get out of the team fights if they get in once. Don't you think so, Gig?
Yeah, the Valentina pick as well is going to cause a huge problem for Team DS. I think so. This I see going. My prediction is going for Team Tartarus winning this match and closing out this best of three with another win. I think so. This is not a good look, I'd say, for Team DS. I don't know how they're going to play it out. The Chingy, I think so, is going to be one of the most important characters in their team. The Leslie might come up, but I don't think so. He will be able to do a lot.
Smash them.
I feel the early game will be pretty slow for Team DS with the Leslie needing a lot of farm, a lot of items to get online, and even the Ling not being a very early game hero, still needs those items and to maneuver around the map. He need those proper setup from his team to do something. But
Yeah.
this is gonna be a room obvious. This is an interesting pick again from Team DS, don't you think so? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. The Fovis on the XP lane would have been better, leveling him up, especially with the pick that Team Tartarus have so many dashes on them. I think so. Going with a fighter would have helped them a lot when it came to damage output and in team fights. But yeah, choices already made. The room boot already bought with the blessings. So yeah, no coming back from this choice now. They have to commit to it. Look at that top lane. A bit of a gank setup already ready on that Alice going to get jumped on.
But the
But it
Croc was
seems
able
like
to read that out. Yeah,
Good wall for that scout, I'd say.
definitely. I feel like Team DS, they are trying to find some early game, shutdowns for their side. The lane and on the bot lane, there's already a kill coming in from Team Tartarus, able to take down the Khalid. This is the the mechanics that we were talking about. The fan able to move around the map pretty quickly.
Yeah, look at that fight in the mid lane as well. Both roamers trying to dish it out among themselves. I say fun to watch as the. I mean, no one's going down. No one's going to do a lot of damage. Both are roamers, but it's fun to watch them just dish it out on each other. The Link doing pretty well for himself, I'd say. Does have a good amount of gold, but I'd say not enough to make a huge difference. That rock is going a bit too deep, might go down. Is this going to be another kill for Chengi? Using that ultimate as well. Will that burn damage be enough? Yes, but Fovis is there to secure that kill. Look at that. I did say Fovis is going to be influential, but Fovis will look at that Fanny, so much damage. A double kill instantly in a blink of an eye, taking that turtle as well. Sad for Team TS. Might go down. Needs to be careful. Barely surviving Chingy. What do you think about that fight?
Despite that drop going into deep and being too low, and also like unable to give a good engage, that was a very good movements coming in from the rest of the team, as the Fanny was able to take 2 members down along with the turtle. That really solidified a good, early game for Team Tartarus, as the Ling was not able to do too much after that, the loss of the turtle, whereas Team Tartarus able to, really maneuver around the map pretty well with the
Did you see that? Did you see that Letho steal coming in from Grok? The wall to steal. Oh my god, that was very sad to watch for the other side. Look at that. Valentina being chased right now. Fanny, there to help his team out. Might get a kill. I think yeah, double kill on the Ling. Now the Phobos is in grave danger. Needs to be careful. Fanny taking a lot of damage. Phobos doing a lot of sustain, I'd say. Valentina almost going down. Phobos doing a lot of lifesteal, but does go down now to that Fanny. Needs to be careful. Look at that. Chengi getting a kill as well with that ultimate, using that in the blink of an eye. Things are changing instantly everywhere. I don't know what is happening. Khalid now forced to rejuvenate himself near that enemy turret. That was too close for comfort for me, at least, I'd say. What do you think about these team fights going on? Everything is like in a swing pendulum game going on. Both teams doing very well. Another kill might be happening on CC as well. Yeah, let's go down. What do you think about the team fights, Shinryu?
I think the team fights are pretty messy, coming in like back and forth every time. Like once we move around the map, we can see another team fight taking place. We can see again the Phobos being in the midst of 3 people, gets taken down. The Link trying to find a retribution against that kill coming in from the Phobos, but unable to find anything. The turtle is already up for the take. The Fanny is there, has the retribution. The Khalid trying to zone out the members, unable to do so, but the Ling was able to secure the turtle along with the kill on the Valentina. Gig, do you think this is gonna take a quick shift as we proceed to later stages of the game, with these 2 members getting armed up?
Yeah, I think so. It's still 5 minutes. The Fanny is still pretty dominant. The Ling doing pretty well for himself, I'd say. In terms of gold, the Fanny is leading the game. But I think so, yeah, the Ling does have enough damage currently to change the game. But it is Fanny taking down Chengi again. This is the issue they are going to have. Their damage output is severely in the risk. Every time a Fanny is in the server, look at that. Fanny might go down. Will he be able to cable out of it? But no, a shut down. A bounty now claimed by the Phobos. I think the Phobos doing pretty well for Roamer, doing dishing out a lot of damage, doing sustainability as well. I think so. They do need that anti-life steal ASAP to counter that Phobos.
Definitely. To be honest, we were really questionable about the Phobos roam in the starting of the game, but the Phobos is able to sustain a lot in these team fights, able to, out-sustain most of the other heroes, and also able to dish out damage along with the other members. But in order to win this game, they do need to counter the Phobos. You can see another fight taking place. The drop is pretty low. The Ling uses the Retribution and the Tempest of. They're able to take down the Rock, and another shutdown coming in for the Ling, whereas the Phobos will be able to back off. Well, Gig,
Yeah.
what do you think is the key for victory for both these teams as we are moving in slowly mid-game?
Too messy, I'd say, currently. Team Tartarus need more structure to these fights. They are going to get, killed, slaughtered everywhere in the map if this continues. They do need to bring structure. They do need to be the ones initiating these fights, or this is not going to go in their favor. They do need that anti-life still ASAP with that Khalid. Look at that Ling. Look at that Phobos. They need that anti-life now. Not later on. They need it now. Look at that turtle also being contested openly. No contest coming in from Team Tartarus. A lot of damage coming in as well from the side of Team Tartarus. But it is Team DS doing the killing, I'd say. Look at that sustain, not dying. Khalid as well as Phobius getting a killing spree. Ling now this time. Khalid in danger, needs to be careful. Not enough movement speed from the Alice to bring down the Khalid as well. Khalid now in a very, very tricky situation. Phobius there to save the day. Turning it around for the Alice as well. The Ling taking the turtle. Everything is going against Team Tartarus. They need that structure now.
Yeah, I mean, despite Team Tartarus having a very good and high CC heroes, it seems like the messy team fights coming in from Team DS is able to shake them off, and they're unable to answer all the movements coming in from Team DS. As you can see in the last team fight, the Khalid able to out sustain the team fight and also able to survive despite getting jumped on by so many members. Is the proof that they, as we mentioned, they do really need the anti heal to counter this fix coming in from Team DS. Another team fight taking place.
Yeah, look at that. Phobius now going to go down if he's not careful. Yeah, the anti-life still helping them out a lot. The Phobius almost going down with that Valentina already having that going, wants to help with that anti-life steal. I think so. It's going to be very crucial in the fights as well. I'd say objectively both teams are pretty okay. I'd say Team Tartarus do have the objective well filled out. I'd say, but when it comes to team fights, they're getting slaughtered left and right. Look at that, another kill for the side of Team DS. Look at them. Look at that confidence jumping in into the tower, taking that kill as well. Fanny now going back to his base as soon as he comes up. This is not good look for Team Tartarus. I think so. This is going to go to the side of Team TS very easily as they take another objective. Team TS doing way better than Team Tartarus. Another killing spree getting slaughtered here, left and right. The genocide this time by the side of Team DS. I think so. They're gonna end it. Don't you think so?
Definitely, the Lord is up for the take, and Team Tartarus really need to play for the objective at this point as they're getting carried away, with the team fights coming in from Team DS. They're not being able to, answer back too much without the correct items, and they're still taking the fight. You can see another fight taking place in the middle lane. The Alice is too close for comfort, almost get chunked down to 30% of HP. The damage coming in from this chunk is really too much, and the kill coming in for this Fanny able to take down the Leslie. And the Lord is still up for the take. The Fanny does not have her blue. What do you think? Will Team Tartarus be able to contest for this Lord, even with the member advantage?
I don't think so. I don't think so. They can. They are way behind when it comes to gold. That is 4K gold. Their mentality is shattered as well. Look at that. Another kill on the CC. I think so. Almost dying is CC. Croc doing a lot of damage this time, but no one to follow through. Look at that. Fanny doing his level best, but it seems another trade as well, even when they are the ones in control. Croc walling himself out, a sad thing to watch, a sad moment to watch that happen. Alice jumping in a bit too late, I'd say, this time. CC might go down, needs to be careful. The blue buff being taken away, I think so, again. Does he have what it takes? Nope. The blue buff being taken away, but getting a killing spree, a double kill, I'd say, by the Fanny. No, a single kill. Sorry, my bad. On that Khalid, they do get something out of it at least. The Khalid is the second top owner on the other side, so yeah, that does help them out mentally, you'd say. But I don't think so. They can contest the Lord. I think so. This is GG's. I think so. This is going to be a wrap by Team DS. What do you think? Chance for comeback still?
I believe, team, like what we mentioned, there was nobody to take down the Alice, but it's proving to be quite the opposite. Like the Team DS are able to dish out more damage into this team fights, whereas Team Tartarus, they're not having enough damage, to burst down the tanky members coming in for Team DS. As another fight is taking place, the Pope is already get taken down, and the Ling being sneaky on the back line.
Yeah, look at that.
Still able to, yeah.
Going down now. The Valentina coming in clutch, I'd say. The anti-life steal now proving to be the deciding factor. You look at that team fights being much better now. Yeah, this is the structure Team Tartarus need to make a comeback. Yeah, and I think so. They are doing pretty well. The Fanny does need to take down the Jangi, but Ling goes down as well. Yeah.
That is not really a good sight coming in for the team DS. After all the lead they had, they are now just throwing it away in a moment's like time, with
Yeah.
the shutdown
Not
coming in from this lane. Go on,
They
please.
have the Tor, they have the Lord as well. So this is going to be pretty scary for the time of DS. Look at that anti-lifesteal coming in clutch. Who is not able to sustain, goes down instantly. Not a good look. Needs to be careful. Oh, beautiful ulti usage from coming in from Rock, sacrificing himself. Can they get that marksman? But no, I think so. Yeah, that is going to help them out to defend that base. They needed that marksman to go down first. Sadly, they were not able to. The Lord marching up the top lane could be GG's, don't you think? Another fight brewing in
I
CC
think
using her
so.
vengeance. This time able to sustain the Link doing a lot of damage, but not enough to secure a kill. And the Lord goes down in a blink of an eye. Very good defend. What do you think?
Definitely, the damage coming in from this mage and the marksman for Team DS was able to, take down the Lord pretty quickly, as they still have to defend their inhibitors. And the Fanny trying to get a kill onto this jungle, but unable to find so. Whereas the blue buff is being contested, the fight is still continuing. The Pope is trying to zone out the Valentina, but the damage coming in from this Khalil was able to take him down, and the damage from the Changi again. The Ling able to take down the TC, but the fight still continues. What do you think
Yeah,
about the
not a
fight?
good look. Yeah, a bit of messy again. They do need that structure again, or this is not going to go well. They give away that lead that they were trying to catch up to again, a slight lead, but things have turned around. Fanny doing her level best, but I don't think it will be enough to defend. The creep still walking down. Fanny trying to recall from the enemy side. Not enough people to defend. Look at that, they are going after the Fanny instead this time. Letting that base go. I think so. There's a split push coming in. Do you think? Kali needs to be careful. Almost goes down. Chingy there. Phoebus takes the Fanny down. Phoebus very deep in, taking a lot of damage from the turret. But it is Team Tartarus getting slaughtered under their own tower. Another kill. Silver lining. The Alice does get one kill. But I think so. This is going to be a GG's now.
With the Alice only the whole member to be defending, I don't think so. It's gonna be a successful defense with 4 members already there for Team DS. As we can see, the Alice already gets chunked down, and a comeback game for Team DS. What an amazing gameplay from Team DS, don't you think so, Cake?
Yeah, very, very messy coming in from Team Tartarus. They could have finished it off. They did have a good draft as well, but yeah, this is what the tournaments are, guys. Things can change. Things can be on your favor, and you can still lose. Let's see what happens in the final in this best of three between Team Tartarus and Team DS, and we'll be back soon in a minute. Do stay tuned. Hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome back to Prime Championship India. This is a best of three round 64. This is the third match of the best of three between Team DS and Team Tartars. Both teams taking 1 point each, and this is the decider match for their place in the next round. What do you think about both the teams and these previous two matches? Which team do you think is the one who could just clear it out and end this fight for the place in the round of 32?
May the blood of my enemies
To be
Your
honest,
team
game
is
is still
banning.
so uncertain with things, and the gameplay is coming in so differently from these two teams.
Who said there
Like,
are no
the
shortcuts in
approach
Your
life?
from these two
team
teams
is
I
are quite
literally
banning.
different.
invented
And
one.
with the first two games, we just saw, what these two teams are capable of, and with, it's so
I will
unpredictable with
protect you.
the movements
Your
coming into the
team is
map and
banning.
the hero picks. We can never know
I am
what
not
these
the
teams
only
are up
one
to.
Your
bound by
team
these
is
But
banning.
chains.
we might find the answer in in this game, in the final. Like this is not just a best of one at this point. So it's just like do or die situation.
Yeah, I think so. I have very strong feelings on this game, especially with that performance coming from Team Tartarus to clutch it out and win it in the first round. Then now, just give it all away, in the second round when they could have just won it.
Your
They
team
did
is
have the
banning.
momentum going in as well in the mid game, but they just like gave it away. Very, very bad game coming in all throughout the game, not only that 1 point being very chaotic. I mean, the game did end up being chaotic, but I think so. Team Tartarus could have put their foot down, brought
Your
in some
team is
stability,
picking.
brought in some system into their fights. Not especially, a very rookie
The dead
kind of a
exist in the
rotation
Your
coming
past,
to
team
Team
is
Tartarus,
and
banning.
dying
I
one
must
after the
tend
other,
to the
being chased
future.
around by five people. This is, I think so, something I did not expect from Team Tartarus Esports, being a very uh, veteran team, you could say, in this tournament. So I think so. Team DS could win this out as well. I think so. Team DS do have that zeal, that motivation, the drive to win this out.
Online.
Yes, most like despite Team Tartarus being more on the veteran side, Team TS was able to capitalize on their mistakes. Like the
As
more messy team
fleeting as a
fights.
snake
Like
snake
the
grass.
aggression coming in from them,
As time
able to
makes as a
capitalize on those
glacier's
like
heart.
small errors coming in from Team Tartarus, and able to solidify their goal lead quite like early in the game and able to keep it.
Sand
Beyond, like
rises when I give
in
the word.
that's the best part. Like they did not throw it completely. However, we do see like these two teams in terms of capability and in terms of team fights, they're quite even on the map. With, sometimes with some fights, like going to either team's favor, but mostly, it's quite a back and forth game. The kill counts always, is quite even. And as far as the heroes selection, we do see like team DS with some, like surprising rover picks from the first two games. Let's see what do we get to see in this game with the roamer position for Team DS. I'm quite excited for that.
Together.
Your team is picking.
Team DS going for whatever worked for them in this previous match. I mean, don't fix what's not broken mentality coming from Team DS, whereas Team Tartarus do still go for that Grok even after that loss. They do have a good tank. I'd say the Grok does work very well.
Come on, Dexter. It's
But
our
I think so.
showtime.
Team is
The
banning.
Aurora change might be something that I have a positive feeling about for Team
Sniper
Tartarus.
ready. Give me a
They
target.
do pick
Team
out the
is
Claude,
banning.
banning out this time the Leslie for the other side. They are going to ban out more hypers. I think so. Team DS now, since they already picked the hyper, and Team Tartarus, of course, going to ban out more
The
marksmen.
hunt begins.
Of
team
course,
is
so
banning.
yeah, understandable coming
True
from both the
love
teams. The bans,
is like
Your
blood.
they go
team
for a
is
Carmela
banning.
ban. It seems. What do you think? Do they have in mind? That ban coming in, do you think that was necessary?
I do feel like with the Carmilla's capability of like having a very great ultimate into the team fights, able to like connect all the members from the opponent team, and also like share the damage with high mobility and high damage heroes like the Change and the Ling. Like they are able to like take a good advantage of that, which like of that ultimate, and Team Tartarus this time finally changing their approach with a proper marksman in the goal lane. This time around we can see,
I see
their
lots
team
of
fights
prey.
might be,
Your team
with
is
a
picking.
different mindset or, different approach to be exact. And we can see if Tori might get picked or is getting over. Do you think like the healer meta is still relevant in this current, patch or in this current game?
Oh, it would be hard to say, I mean, if sustain lifesteal works, so I think so the heal could work as
We
well.
shall stand
So
fast to the
you
Your
never know.
very
Could
team
work
end.
out, could not. But it seems like they do have different things in mind. They do back out from that plan and they go for a Tigreal tank. Two tanks on their team, a Grog and a Tigreal, which is pretty interesting. I hope they can come out with a very high damage final pick as well, or this is not going to end well for Team Tartars.
Yeah, like Team Tartarus is always, heavy on the CC component, like CC composition, because we saw from the previous two games they are always, more focused on the, AOE team fights and, like AOE damage setups and all this thing. Even this time around, they still have the same approach. Whereas, Team DS, they are more onto the damage section, like they like those messy fights, they like to, go back and forth in team fights, able to, utilize their damage to the maximum potential. And with those last two picks coming in, Team DS have a solid draft locked in. What do you think about the drafts coming in from these two teams as they have finally picked?
Ooh, I think so. The final pick is going to be a game changer. It's a win or a lose situation. I think so. The Julian would work better against Team DS, but it seems like they are contemplating on
Upon
picking
the
the
edge
Nolan.
of
They
the
go for the
void.
Nolan instead. I don't think so. The burst damage will be enough in the late game to take down the Chingy. I think so. The Moscow maybe, but the Moscow already has a dash as well. So I think so. A Nolan pick is going to be something that is not going to work out for them, I feel, but we will see as the game moves on. Two tanks on their side, very less sustained damage. Team Tartarus do have a very messy pick, I'd say, already. Whereas Team DS do have a lot of damage, but very little sustain, they do have the Edith, but I don't think so. The Edith will be enough. The Khalid does sustain a lot of damage, but I'm not sure they can sustain. I mean, to be honest, the other team doesn't have damage. The other team doesn't have sustain. So yeah, things just kind of level out in a certain way. Uh, but I think the Team DS with a better pick this time.
Yeah, like, even the last game, we saw the Khalid able to sustain, like, not even sustain it, out sustain the damage coming in from the team, like, able to survive, this 4v1 situation, 3v1 situation, going in the back line, like, able to CC 3 or 4 members and still able to come, with this level of HP was really something Team Tartarus was, like, not able to deal with. And we are finally into the game. And with this, with his picks coming in, and also, the Nolan versus this Link team will have our answers whether, this Nolan is relevant or not, or, like able to do what is meant for in this game. Let's see how this game shapes out.
I have a prediction in this game. I think so. Team DS are going to go for the win. Having a high sustain team versus a high damage team is you can farm faster with a high damage team. The game does pan out, then I mean you do have the goal advantage always, so that comes in play as well. So I think so. Team DS have the better pick all in all, and I think so they are going to win this out this time. Especially as soon as the game elongates, the sustain won't be enough, I feel. Look at that Chingy almost going down now in the early game. Look at that, the Khalid jumping in also, but I don't think so. Letho secured by Team Tartarus this time in the early game. A good start this time for Team Tartarus. What do you think about what I just said, or do you favor Team Tartarus to win this out?
I do feel like that's a hot take, like coming in this game because, to be honest, if I had to make a prediction, if I had to bet my money on something, I feel like it's so back and forth with both these teams. You can see already on early first blood.
Yeah, an easy first blood. I'd say a very relaxed first blood. Nothing exciting. An easy walk in the park for Ling. And an easy kill. The team rotation still very bad, I'd say, from Team Tartarus.
Well, going with your prediction, it might come true. Let's see, but we should not, like just rule out Team Tartarus, as they're also the veteran team. Having the experience also sometimes help these teams, like to come back, able to, like even after they hit the rock bottom, they know how to climb out of that. So let's see if the experience does play the part or not. But the first turtle is up for the take.
Look at that, Khalid getting a kill on the Nolan. Nolan not working out. Ling taking down the turtle this time, but trades going on. Sorry, a massacre coming in the side of Team DS. Team Tartarus getting brought down left and right. 4 kills already on the board for Team DS and Turtle as well. The early good start vanished within 3 minutes already.
Well, with the goal lead already being solidified of but 2K, to be honest. I mean, to be exact, but like as you mentioned, Team DS having more damage and like able to dish out, like better kills in the team fights are actually being able to do so with the high mobility, high damage sustain. Like not the sustain, like this messy team fights that we have talked about is actually shaping in. Another team fight taking place with a good implosion coming in from the Tigreal. The fight should continue. The Ling might get taken down. A double kill for this Aurora.
At least something on the board for Team Tartarus, a positive factor, I'd say. Look at that, Khalid doing so much sustain, using their ultimate as well. Chengi there, but the Khalid very low, almost going down. The Tigreal chasing. The Aurora does manage to secure that kill, but look at that damage on their team now forced to recall the Tigreal already. The gold lead of 1k now there for the side of Team DS, but not being able to capitalize on that damage currently, Team DS. The lot coming up in 15 minutes, 15 seconds, I'd say. Which team do you think will get this total?
I feel like Team DS still have the better positioning for this turtle, as Team Tartarus are yet to make their position. With the Tigreals not being on the turtle, not able to open up the map. But I just have a feeling that this Aurora really took that first blood a bit personal, as she was, to answer that back, she took a triple kill from that last team fight. But we can see the Ling starting the second turtle of the team with and the Tigreal already being low, gets taken down. The fighting continues. The Ling still chunking down the turtle. The members from Team Tartarus already low, and the Ling is able to secure the turtle pretty easily. A second turtle for them.
Yeah, second total, not a good look for Team Tartarus. I think so. This is going to there's going to be a snowball pretty soon. But Team Tartarus doing the level best now. Look at that, another kill on the board. Things getting leveled out now slowly. I think so that damage I was talking about is not going to be an issue. Looks like it currently, at least. But we will see how it moves on, as Aurora almost going down with the Khalid. Khalid now being pushed inside the freeze as well. Look at that damage on that Khalid, that burn damage now being sustained because of that heal. Aurora almost going down. A bit lucky, you'd say. The damage barely not enough to bring that Aurora down, as Nolan takes a litho as well.
Yeah, the Aurora was able to, like keep her passive off. That will be really beneficial for her in the team fights, like with the passive giving her a slightly edge, even after getting chunked low and almost on, like, able to like turn the tides of the team fights. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, you can see things are taking some shape. The Tigreal is getting engaged on, whereas the Edith uses her ultimate with Primal Grab. But I don't think so. They might find a kill out there with Changi using her ultimate. Not finding anything, but the block is going making
Missed
way.
opportunity. Look at that
Certainly.
kill on the Tigreal now. The blue buff also being contested, taken away by the Ling. But Ling going down now to the Nolan. A good trade, I would say. The Ling was dominating, so I mean that kill does help him out. Moscow going down as well, and Chengi another to go down third, I'd say. For the side of Team DS, not a good look for Team DS. I thought they were the one with that damage advantage, but it seems like Aurora bringing it to backing level, making sure that they are not out of that. Caught now Aurora this time be able to figure out of that. Look at that damage coming in. Nolan taking the turtle as well. That shield now helping them out. Another kill on that Edith and that Khalid going down as well. A very good team fight this time. Good structure. This is what Team Tartar was lacking in the previous game, but it seems like they have learned from their mistakes, bringing it back now to make things level.
Yeah, certainly the experience is really coming into the play for Team Tartarus, as on the top lane we can see that Chang'e gets engaged on by two members, gets taken down. As this opens up the top lane, we get to get pushed as four members are making their way towards the top lane. Let's see if this is a easy top lane turret or not. As for the Ling, makes his way to defend the turret. Well, in this game,
In the meantime, they do lose a turret, so that's not good, I'd say, for Team Tartarus. But it seems like they are doing pretty okay, I'd say, compared to what I thought their state would be. Look at that Link chasing that Cloud around, but not enough damage. What do you think of the late game? They do have the Cloud, Team Tartarus, but a Moscow on the other side.
I do feel like the Moscow has slightly better edge into this team fight coming in, because he's able to split push another team fight taking place in the mid lane. The Chang'e gets bursted down pretty fast with the damage coming in from this Lord using the Blazing Duet. As for the top lane, still being contested, might get pushed as the Tigreal opening up the map. Yeah, as you mentioned, like the damage coming in will really prove difficult to get out sustain. As for the late game, you can see another fight taking place in the mid lane. The edit gets taken down. What do you think about this playoffs coming in, for Team Tartarus?
Good play coming in this time from Team Tartarus. Very good rotations coming in. Look at that Khalid. Now caught in between three people. The Nolan jumping in as well, almost getting a kill on the Chenge. The Moskov is the one leading their team when it comes to goal as well. But let's see how it will work out. The Nolan is one to be feared when you are playing a Moskov. So yeah, and easy Lord, I think so this time for them, a free one. So yeah, they do get it without anyone contesting for it. Yeah, they could end it out early. What do you think? Could Tartars win this out early, or do you think this will go into the late game?
Like you saw in the early game, despite like having the lead and the kills like given to them, Team DS are not able to maintain that as we are slowly moving into the mid game. As for Team Darkness, they are able to utilize their the AoE CC skills and engage coming in from these two tanks, kind of change the tide of the game. But without the Moscow able to farm his items, it will be very difficult for them to defend. And another fight might take place in the top lane.
At that bottom lane of fight going on in that with that Lord, it might be almost going down. Was that Edith? Look at that Lane doing so much damage, barely surviving this thing, but Edith taken down instead. Ling now in trouble. Needs to be careful. Moskov did take that Aurora down finally, but Ling goes down as well. A double kill. Jengi doing a lot of damage, getting a kill this time on the Croc. Moskov going down sadly to that Claude. Not a good look. It seems like it could be GG. They need to be careful. Team Tartars making a very dominating performance this time. Did lack a bit of team coordination in the previous and the early game as well, but this time they are doing very well for themselves. Could be Team Tartarus making a comeback this time. What do you think? Do you think Team Tartarus are going to win this out by the way things are playing out?
I mean, there's a very high possibility for them. Like the damage is actually taking place for this Nolan. He's able to dish out so much damage, and also in the last team fight, he was able to secure a triple kill. The farm coming in is like, the whole difference is actually playing the part out here. With the next Lord, it will get spawned in about a minute. I feel like this enhanced Lord will actually be quite important for Team DS in order to survive this push coming in from Team Tartarus. And if they're not able to secure this Lord, it can be a GG for Team Tartarus, as they might be able to end the game after the Lord push. Do you think Team DS have the what it takes to contest that Lord?
If they don't get boosted down, if the Moskov stays alive, if they can somehow help their Moskov with that, I think so they could sustain that. Ling seems to be in trouble. I think so might be going down, or is this just a bait? Yeah, it seems like it was a bait. They did diverge his attention. Ling going down under that turret this time. Sadly, no retribution on the team to contest that. What do you think about that? Was that worth it?
It wasn't at all. That was a very bad overextension from this lane. Just before that, just right before the Lord take. And if Team DS continues to make such mistake, they might just lose the game at this point, because the late game is really important with the death timer being so long on these heroes. They really need to be careful. And like when they go in and go out and still fight, see the lane gets engaged on and will get taken down. Another rookie mistake coming in for this lane.
Yeah, not a good look. Look at that KTA as well. 1-5-4 on that Ling. Not a good game for that Ling. Not being able to be as influential as we expect from Ling players, A lot of damage coming out from the Chingy on that Tigreal as well. But not enough to take him down, I think so. Edith going down as well. This could be GG's. The Lord walking down the middle lane. Inhibitor turret. The only thing stopping that Lord from demolishing this core as well. Look at that. Nolan jumping in, almost getting the kill on that Chingy. The ultimate used by the Aurora. So much possibilities for that Ling. But Ling gets caught. Wow, Chingy going down as well from that drop. Getting a kill, at least the Khalid. But going down in the process, needs to be careful. Moskov, the Wind of Nature already popped, does seem to have that damage to do what is necessary. Look at that, a good defense, but not enough as Team Tartarus finish it out barely this time, but a dominating performance all in all. Geez. Thank you for both teams for participating, but it is Team Tartarus that moves on.
Well, with that, we wrap the first the first game, and Team Tartarus will advance to the next round of this tournament, whereas Team DS, sadly, their journey has to end here. Although we do wish Team DS a good luck for their future endeavors, but as for Team Tartarus, GG well played, and we will see you guys in the next game. Stay tuned, guys.
See ya.